I'm Pete Landerman. This is Scoop Street. We're downtown New Braunfels, just a quaint little German town in Central Texas, and we're making rad ice cream. First and foremost, we just want to make like the best ice cream we could, because there's nothing but enjoyment in ice cream, right? It's like I always tell the employees, like, we're selling rainbows and sunshine. Like, it shouldn't be anything other than that. So to fit into that kind of philosophy, we wanted to try and do like put our best foot forward and make the best product we could. So I just started like hitting the books and then doing all the research I could. And then mostly it was just like trial and error, but also trial by fire, you know? So we just started trying to make the best stuff we could, and then constantly tweaking and editing recipes and stuff. And then after so long, so many recipe changes, it became this whole own thing where you couldn't even really kind of make notes to it back to the original recipes from the book that we had learned from. So then it just became, okay, well, we kind of know what we know. Let's hit the ground running and see what we can do. And then just experimenting and trying to come up with fun flavors and see what worked with the community and customers and all that. So, I mean, we've been through 500 recipes, like different flavors. And then some of the recipes, like even my cookies and cream, which now people are coming and calling me and emailing me like, hey, what's the deal with this? It's the best cookies and cream I've ever had. And it's like, what was the 20th recipe iteration I've done of that? Because I wanted to hone it in to be like, if I'm gonna make cookies and cream, like let's kill it and make like a really stellar cookies and cream. Taro is one of our popular ones, and banana pudding and vanilla, those all kind of interchange with like what's the most popular. But I would say it'd be daily, but it's almost like at the end of the month, you're like, okay, cookies and cream is always the shining star for sure. I just love being a part of the community in New Braunfels, but then also like my wife owns Two Tarts Baker on the corner with her sister April, and I've been involved there for several years. From what we do over at Two Tarts and who we serve, which is a lot of families and children and stuff, and me having kids of my own. So it's kind of like, yeah, I want to have a space that children can enjoy, and it's ice cream too, you know, so you can't take kids out of the equation of ice cream. So I wanted it to be just a really fun space and somewhere that they can grow with them too. So they could still be like, you know, 18, 19, 20 and like, oh, I want to go to Scoop Street because it's just a fun place to be, and kind of fits more into, you know, that psyche of just being a kid, but also like growing and having a little, you know, like the art we do and everything else. It's a little edgy for some people, but it's also like right on the edge of like, it keeps it fun for a bigger span of people, I feel like. Being now an entrepreneur for 12 years, it's like, it's hard and it's rough, and there's been a lot of moments where I wanted to give up or question my own self. And I think if you don't have like a solid, concise idea and the drive to do it, unless you've just got gobs of money, like you got to be willing to work and work hard, long hours. And so I think that's the one thing that most people don't understand. You can hear that all day. Oh yeah, you got to work hard, but like doing 20-hour days, 3 days in a row, you're like, oh, I didn't know what the definition of hard was, you know? So I think just having that resilience, and also finding a good support chain too, good mentors, and just like a lot of people you can rely on as far as like, hey, do you have a good AC guy? Who's the best for tiling my floors or anything like that, you know? So kind of a good network and just a steel mind, I guess. I think my favorite thing about this shop is just like, it's a fun place like to come and experience as a customer, but even for me and my employees, like I always tell them, like, let's just jam out. Like, we're selling rainbows and sunshine. We're giving people the best ice cream that we possibly could know how to make. We can kind of take ownership of this and build our little nest in the woods, you know, and make it something that's a lot of people can relate to and enjoy also.